At the start of this year's World Rally Championship, the FIA and WRC promoter made it clear that things needed to change in order for the championship to become more appealing for new automotive manufacturers to join the series. And a few months later, it unveiled plans on how it wanted to tackle that, namely with the removal of hybrid power from its Rally 1 cars. But now, after a meeting at the World Motorsport Council, the FIA has confirmed that hybrid power will be staying in the WRC. So how did we get to this point, and what does it mean for the championship? That's what we're about to explore. On Tuesday the 11th of June 2024, stakeholders from the WRC and the FIA met to discuss the 2025 and 2026 regulations for the championship. And having explored several avenues in great detail, it's decided that Rally 1 and WRC 2 regulations should remain unchanged for the next 2 years. As a result, it means that hybrid power will remain part of Rally 1 cars for the foreseeable future. In some ways, that's disappointing to hear. One of the issues blocking new teams from joining was the fact that Rally 1 cars are currently far too expensive. Removing hybrid was a way to reduce those costs, but the FIA's decision means that these costs will still remain high for the following 2 years, and therefore it's unlikely any new team will join during that period. The good news to come out of this is that by keeping the regulations stable for the next 2 years, it's likely that the 3 current Rally 1 teams competing are likely to stay involved, and the FIA has pointed to that very point in its press release. It also gives the FIA and WRC promoter plenty of time to work on brand new regulations for 2027 and beyond, without causing any current team problems from a development perspective. Part of the issue with wanting to ditch hybrid and change the regulations for next year was that Hyundai had already begun work on an entirely new car. It also gives the stakeholders time to engage with potential new teams and create regulations that would be enticing and exciting for both them and the fans. During the meeting, the WRC promoter has also pledged to invest more money into the commercial aspect of the championship, and as such the FIA will also strengthen its commercial and communications departments to support the WRC in its bid to be stronger at engaging with the audience. The main concern was alluded to earlier. It means that it's unlikely any new team is going to come into the WRC anytime soon. That's highly disappointing, especially after all of the talk the FIA and WRC promoter gave earlier in the season about making fundamental changes quickly to make it more appealing. While it's understandable that the FIA is keen to keep hybrid in the Rally 1 cars for the next 2 years, especially when hybrid provider Compact Dynamics were adamant that they had a contract in place until the end of 2026. This does feel close to being something of a U-turn on its pledge, and will no doubt come as a disappointment to thousands of WRC fans. The decision about hybrid has nothing to do with that feeling though. It's the fact that it seems the FIA and the WRC promoter have given up any hope on welcoming in any new teams until 2027. There is of course an argument about short-term pain could provide long-term gain, and that's true. But the FIA and WRC promoter must quickly show tangible evidence that it is improving the attractiveness of the championship. Because if it can't, people will question whether any of the stakeholders can return this magnificent championship back to the masses.